What if the world serpent was real? Throughout history there have been many versions of the world serpent Jörmungandr, but in this video, we'll focus on the original Norse mythology, while also taking a little inspiration from other works. Here we'll assume that Jormungandr is the only part of Norse mythology that exists, meaning the Norse gods themselves are not real. And if you'd like to see what would happen if the gods were real, check out our video, What If the Norse Gods Were Real? So let's talk about Jormungandr. Sure, the name is fun to say, but this creature would be far from fun to encounter. The world serpent is a massive sea monster, the child of Loki and the giantess Angrboda. Its siblings are Fenrir the wolf and Hel, ruler of the underworld. According to myth, the serpent encircles Midgard, the Norse word for earth, holding its tail in its mouth. If you've seen the Thor movies, this might sound familiar. Jormungandr was Thor's archenemy, while Hel, or Hela in the films, was the main villain of Ragnarok. But in the actual myths, it's Jormungandr, not Hel, that sparks the end of the world. The prophecy says that when it finally lets go of its tail, the cosmos will be reborn. In this final battle, Loki's children would clash with the gods in a devastating war filled with natural disasters. The world would sink beneath the sea, only to rise again and be repopulated by 2 human survivors. Sounds a lot like biblical stories, doesn't it? But let's ask the real question. What if the world serpent actually existed? If it simply stayed in the ocean, clutching its tail, things would carry on as usual. But once humans began exploring the seas, we'd discover it eventually. And just knowing a colossal snake was coiled around the planet would be terrifying. Naturally, scientists would want to study it, but that very curiosity might wake the beast, causing it to rise to the surface. And if it did rise, what then? In mythology, Thor fought and defeated Jormungandr, bringing about the new world. But since there are no gods in this scenario, the serpent would remain undefeated, making its impact on reality much harder to predict. Without the gods, Ragnarok might never happen. Because many myths suggest that it's not the serpent's appearance alone that sinks the world, but the catastrophic battle that follows. That would give humanity a fighting chance. The problem is, Jormungandr's only true enemies were gods. If it took the destruction of the earth to kill it, we'd probably need our largest nuclear weapons just to stand a chance. On the bright side, a snake large enough to wrap around the planet is a pretty big target. But there's a dark side too. Unleashing that much firepower could make the planet uninhabitable, triggering our own man-made Ragnarok. The myths also mention that when the serpent rises, it poisons the sky. This could mean toxic gases or deadly toxins that wipe us out before we can fight back. If humanity's key fighters and decision-makers fell, the rest of us might stand no chance at all. In that case, Jormungandr could wipe out humanity, or perhaps enslave the survivors, ruling Earth as a new godlike overlord. Society would either collapse or reshape entirely under its control.